This is Lamar Avenue on Monday morning, May the 3rd. It's about 9:15 or so. This is the east side of Paris. You can see some of the businesses there on the right. Coming up at a red light, you'll notice the shamrock there on the right on Collegiate. You'll notice Christ Community Church over there on the left, along with a couple of food trucks that are parked outside. Food trucks do quite a bit of business in this area because it's a high traffic area. Generally speaking, it's high traffic all day long. Right now, it's kind of subdued compared to what it usually is. Here on the right is Cefco. There's 4 or 5 of these in town, in different parts of town. One of them out on North Main, one of them south on 1924, and one of them on Bonham Street, past the overpass. Again, over here on the right, coming up to see more fast food places. There's a Dairy Queen, and after the Dairy Queen, of course, ABC Auto Parts, and then there's the Sonic. That's a favorite for Tuesday night for the half-price hamburgers. And straight ahead, more business section. It'll be an auto zone here. I'm coming up on the right here pretty shortly. A friend of mine who was in the Navy now works there at auto zone full time. They used to transfer him to different stores like Hugo or Sherman or Greenville, but he's here at this one most of the time. He does deliveries. He delivers parts to you. There's another one, O'Reilly. I've used all of these at one time or another, and in getting cars fixed in the past. Coming up on the right, you'll see King's Inn. That motel has a long history. It's been around at least 50 or 60 years. It used to be called the Embers, and where that Chinese restaurant is, at one time there was a Embers Club in there, and then in back of there was a club for a long time. And that nightclub lasted all the way until the late 90s when it shut down. Now we're passing through a green light. On the left is one of the more expensive motels. That thing's $285 a week to stay at Paris Extended Stay. You can do the math. By the time you pay the tax, you're $300 a week. That's $1,200 a month. You can get a heck of a house or a heck of an apartment for that kind of money, and yet they get away with it. Apparently there's enough people in between places, or maybe don't have enough for the deposit or whatever, that they'll stay at the extended stay. There's a Golden Check fast food restaurant, very good fried chicken. And then coming up on the left, you're going to see an auto, well, actually it's an office equipment center. And then just after that is the Brookshire store. Brookshire's is part of a chain that's headquartered in Tyler, and this is one of their bigger stores. It even has the gas pumps outside. And the fact that Brookshire's remained here in Paris and stayed open, the gas pumps were a deciding factor. I talked to a girl who worked at Brookshire's for many, many years, and they had a meeting, the manager and some of the other employees, and said, you know, if we don't get the gas pump, they're going to close this store. But if we get the gas pump, they're going to keep her open. So the gas pump's one of the reasons why we still have Brookshire's. Now we're in what they call historic downtown Paris. And you'll notice on the left, the big dome spire, that is the Methodist church that's about 150 years old. That's probably one of the older buildings in town. And it's got an organ in it that they wanted to spend about $1 million on, I kid you not, last year. And there was quite a flap about whether that money should be spent on repairing the organ or should it be spent on feeding and housing the homeless. And of course, you know where I stand on that. Forget the organ, let's go take care of people. That's what churches are supposed to be doing. That's my opinion. Everybody's got one. A bunch of the old retired people in the church who had plenty of money, of course, their position was, let's fix this organ. They were worried about the organ. Now, the young people didn't give a flip about the organ, and many people thought it was nuts to spend $1 million on the organ. So, there we go. This is historic downtown Paris. There's what at one time was First National Bank, then later on it was Hibernia, and now it's an abandoned building that I guess they're going to do something with eventually. There's the historic Coca-Cola sign. I have another video here on my YouTube channel about it. On our right is Texas Furniture. And now that we have made it through historic Paris, I'm going to close this video. This is a Rich Vernadeau Entertainment Network. And this is Richard Vernadeau here in Paris, Texas. Thank you very much.